Hi guys, and welcome to our WWE Clash at the Castle Scotland prediction video 2024. So I'm back with Callum for our prediction video for the next WWE Premium Live event, and WWE are going to Scotland. Yes, we're back in the UK. It's now seems to be a regular occurrence where we get one show each year in the UK. No, last year we had Money in the Bank in London, great show. The year before, we had Clash at the Castle in Wales, great show. And we're back again now with Clash at the Castle again up in Scotland. I believe this is the first pay per view that Scotland's ever had, so good for them. In Glasgow, I'm looking forward to it. We've got 5 matches on the card right now. Not not loads of matches, but maybe one or two more will be added next week. But yeah, Callum, are you looking forward to Clash at the Castle?
I am because we've got the third pay per view in a row, which us people in the UK are able to watch at a reasonable time. Yeah, keep those ones coming because it means I can sit and watch it at about 6 7 p.m. and be go to bed at a reasonable time. So very excited.
Oh yeah, these last 3 pay-per-views have all been at a reasonable time here in the UK. But Money in the Bank, we're going back to America, so back. But we enjoy it while it lasts. So okay, let's get to the card then. Right, so we have a triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So we have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, defending their belts, going up against Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, going up against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Yeah, so I believe Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark won a fatal four-way match to become the number one contenders. And then Alba Fire and Isla Dawn have wormed their way in. And then now we've got a triple threat tag team match. Should be fun. I've quite enjoyed Bianca and Jade's reign so far. They've had quite a few defenses. Well, so mostly on paper on TV, but they've had a few on pay per view as well. What I think it was just the one, wasn't it? King and Queen of the Ring just going. But anyway,
And that
um,
was in the pre-show.
but at least I'm happy that the women's tag team championships are on a main card. It's been far too long. So who's going to win this one? I'm going to say Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I think it's quite predictable. I think they should have a few more defenses before they drop those titles. But Isla Dawn, I believe, well, of course, she's Scottish, isn't she? When she was in NXT UK, what was she called? Um, oh, oh, damn it! And she was NXT
No,
Women UK Women's Champion. Oh,
Alba Fire was Kaylee Ray.
Kaylee Ray. There we go. So she might get a big pop from the crowd. Um, yeah, but I'm going to say Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill retain. What should be a fun triple threat tag team match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if if at SummerSlam we'll get Jade and Bianca. It'll probably be too soon, and they might hold that off. Like if
Mm,
they have the tag team championships for a while and they
mm,
defend them, and then obviously the breakup comes up at the Rumble or something, and we have that big build to a big match at WrestleMania 41. Probably, otherwise they'd have to do it quite quickly to have it around for SummerSlam, which is possible, I suppose. But I think probably because I think they are sort of building with it. Jade's getting more time in a tag team to
mm,
improve and things with her in England and stuff like that. But she's getting a lot better.
mm.
Um, yeah, I don't think it's time to take it off them yet, unless of course you want to do it for SummerSlam. But then I obviously wouldn't hate to see Isla Dawn and Alba
Mhm.
Fire
Yeah,
win in a sort of home setting
yeah.
because I'm not sure how many home winners we're going to have even for this show. So
Not many.
yeah, but I will go for Jade and Bianca to retain.
Okay, both going with Jade and Bianca to retain. Okay, all right, next match. So we have a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. So we have Bayley defending her championship, going up against another Scot in Piper Niven with Chelsea Green. So Piper Niven, I believe, will get a big home, well, not hometown, but home country pot. But of course, actually, will she? Because she's the heel, kind of, isn't she? But everyone loves Bayley, so I don't know about that. But not a lot to say here. There's not been a whole lot of build, really, has there? Yeah, I believe Piper Niven and Chelsea Green have been like beating up Bailey backstage, and then, but now the match has been announced. Should be fine. Should be a fun match. I'm happy Bailey's got a defense. You know, she didn't have a defense at King and Queen of the Ring, which was a bit disappointing, but she had a fun triple threat at Backlash. So should be a fun match, but it's very predictable who's winning this one. I'm going to say Bailey because I think we all know we're going to get Bailey and Nia Jax probably it'll at SummerSlam because Nia Jax won Queen of the Ring. So yeah, it should be a fun match, but quite predictable.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Nia Jax and Piper Niven go at it at SummerSlam. Yeah, I mean, again, she's probably the least likely of the Scottish people fighting on the card to win. Probably, I'd imagine. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to say too much besides Bailey. I mean, again, she needs more defenses. She's only had it for since WrestleMania, so there's still more to do with her. So yeah, Bailey to retain quite comfortably.
Okay, we're racing through this card right now, but I think we can talk a bit more about the next three matches.
Oh yeah.
So we have a singles match, all singles matches for the Intercontinental Championship. Yes, we have Sami Zayn defending his championship, going up against Chad Gable with Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. So how did this come about? So,
well, I mean, I can explain if you're not sure.
Well, I know there was a triple threat at King and Queen of the Ring, which Sami Zayn won, and they're teasing a lot of tension between Chad Gable and Otis, which we'll get to. But yeah, Callum, you start. I know, not obviously, I know Sami and Chad Gable have been feuding since after WrestleMania, of course. But who have you got and why, Callum?
I'm gonna say Chad Gable. Because from what I understand, Chad Gable's contract is coming to an end, but he's obviously got that be this big heel turn. He's in quite a prominent position at the moment. There's all that stuff with the Alpha Academy in terms of storyline. I know Sami Zayn hasn't had the title for long, and coming off beating Gunther at WrestleMania, he would deserve that sort of reign. But I think with AEW sniffing around Chad Gable, and I believe WWE's offered Chad Gable an excellent contract extension, and I don't know if that means having a little run with the singles championship for the first time for Chad Gable. And then probably what happens is that maybe Otis helps him to win. Otis feels bad about it. We obviously eventually get an Otis not face turn because he's a face now. Chad Gable's the only one who's heel really. And then SummerSlam, Otis and Chad Gable Intercontinental Championship, and bit of a quick turnaround for a Chad Gable loss. Give it to Otis afterwards, but that's obviously fantasy booking later on down the line. But I think Chad Gable needs something to solidify the heel turn and something to push the Alpha Academy program a bit more. So I think he needs to win.
Okay, you're going with Chad Gable. I can see it, because he did lose in that triple threat at King and Queen of the Ring, even though he didn't get pinned. Sami pinned Bronson Reed, didn't he? I'm going with Sami Zayn to retain personally. I think he's not had enough defenses yet. I think if he drops it after just one defense, that'd be a bit disappointing. I know it'll give Chad Gable a big boost, but I think Otis is going to cost Chad Gable personally. I think that Chad Gable's been such an asshole to Otis over and over again, and Otis is just like pulling that face and over and over. And I think we're going to get a big face turn, and Otis is going to cost Chad Gable the match, and then we can get Otis and Chad Gable in a fun feud, I guess, without the belt. And Sami Zayn can at least go on to have one or two more defenses before he drops it. So, because I think, the man who dethroned Gunther's amazing reign deserves more than just one defense and then drops it, I think. So that's just my opinion personally if I was booking it. But I'm going to say Sami Zayn retains. But I can see a Chad Gable heel wins the IC belt. But we'll see. Okay. Right, next up we have, the two co-main events, if you want to call them that. I'll leave this man for the main event. I think it probably will be the main event, although I don't know. We'll see. So we have an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Yes, we have Cody Rhodes defending his belt, going up against AJ Styles. So this is a rematch from Backlash France. A very, very good match they had there. Very good. It was an incredible match those two had.
5-star, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, in front of that incredible French crowd. I thought it wasn't the end of the feud. Then obviously Cody had that match with Logan in Saudi, fun match. But now he's gone back to AJ because AJ pulled that Mark Henry fake retirement with the suit and everything, and it was so obvious, but I think it was so well done. And then he just attacks. Obviously, he's pretending he's retiring. I'm going back home, and we all knew it was coming. Bam! He just attacks Cody. Phenomenal. Styles clashes him outside the ring on the mat, and yeah, now it's been announced. But I quit match. Cody was like, "I want to hear you say I quit" to AJ. So I'm happy we're getting a rematch from Backlash. Should be a great match. It's gonna be very violent. I quit matches are usually lots of cheap weapons and table spots. But that's the only problem with Cody's early title defenses. We all know what the outcome's going to be. Cody Rhodes retains. He's not dropping that belt till at the very earliest SummerSlam. So yeah, should be another classic between AJ and Cody. But Cody Rhodes makes AJ stay. I quit. Callum?
Yeah, again, pretty much the same. It was cool to see the retirement thing be done again. Mark Henry was on Twitter saying, well played, AJ, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. It'll be as good as, if not better, because it's an I quit match as well. So you'll have all the different weapons and stipulation-y bits and hopefully innovative things they use to try and get each other to quit. But yeah, Cody Rhodes will retain, but hopefully it'll be I know it'll be a good match.
oh, definitely. Right then, on to the main event. Well, it might be the main event, I don't know, but I think it should be. Yes, we have a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, we have Damian Priest defending his belt, going up against Drew McIntyre. Hey. So, I'd like to start with this one, Callum? So, obviously at WrestleMania, Drew won the Heavyweight Championship. But then obviously CM Punk got involved with CM Punk, and now Damian Priest cashes in, but we all knew this. And then I think it was mid-May that Damian Priest agreed to give Drew McIntyre a rematch. And then here we go. And then at quick King and Queen of the Ring, Triple H said it's official, a Clash of the Castle. It'll be Drew McIntyre challenging Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm excited. Drew's got another title match in his home country. Well, home country, I know Wales, but the UK, obviously, because in the last Clash at the Castle, he went up against Roman in the main event. And Callum, I started the last one, didn't I? I think so. You start. A lot of people are saying Drew's the clear winner here, but I think it's a bit more complicated than that. But anyway, I'll let you start, Callum. Is Damian Priest retaining, or is Drew going to get a win in front of his home country crowd?
You see, I wish I could say Drew McIntyre, but you see, the thing is, but then I don't want to predict none of the Scottish people to win, because I feel like you have to have at least one of them win in their home country, don't you? At least but I mean, he didn't win last time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Obviously, we know that there's going to be a match whenever CM Punk is cleared to wrestle. Whether it's SummerSlam, whether it's after, I don't know. We're going to have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. And if that matches for the World Heavyweight Championship, then obviously I guess it adds a bit more to it. That would be cool, of course. But then also, CM Punk's basically just cost Drew McIntyre at every single turn most recently. Cost him the title at WrestleMania by, hitting him with his cast and everything. He cost him the Fatal 4-Way on the Raw after by getting involved, and he's just always going to be there. He's definitely going to be he's definitely going to be there probably to do something to Drew. But do I think Drew will still overcome it? And do I think him and CM Punk will have a match for the title? Do I think that Damian Priest needs more time? And do I think that maybe the title can be worked into something with the Judgment Day? It's hard because I do want to say Drew wins in Scotland, but I think I'm going to have to say none of the Scottish people win. And I think Damian Priest is going to retain, probably with some heavy CM Punk influence. Yeah.
Okay. We're both in agreement, and that it pains me. It's the first Scottish pay-per-view ever for the WWE. Drew McIntyre main eventing, but I am like you. I just think he's not going to win because there's, like you said, Damian Priest has only had one pay-per-view defense, and that was against Jey Uso at Backlash. So that's a bit of a crap title reign for Damian Priest if he just has one defense and drops it. Secondly, like you said, Drew's heavily involved with CM Punk. They've been going back and forth since before WrestleMania, and I just think the build to that match, CM Punk's going to get involved and cost Drew the match. And also, thirdly, Gunther is facing for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, and you have to say he's probably going to win. So if Drew wins, great, but then he's only going to have a 2-month reign and drop it to Gunther at SummerSlam. So I'm like, what? Don't why don't you give Drew? Drew deserves a longer reign than that. So there's just too many things working against Drew here. So it pains me to say it. And obviously the hometown. Well, he's not from Glasgow. Drew McIntyre. I don't know. Well, Scotland's a big place, as I know. And I'm from Aberdeen, so I should know. But well, wherever Drew McIntyre's from.
What the heck?
I'll just go fully in character here. And anyway, so yeah, sadly, thanks to CM Punk or other interference as well. Maybe, well, I'm not into maybe the Judgment Day come out and help Damian Priest, but some people are saying maybe Finn Balor could cost Damian Priest the match accidentally, and then that builds. But then, like we've said, then Drew McIntyre's only going to have a short reign unless he beats Gunther at SummerSlam. I don't know. But anyway. So yes, right now we're both going with Damian Priest to retain. But if Drew wins, I will be happy. He'll get a big hometown pop. But yeah. Okay, so that is our predictions for Clash at the Castle next weekend in Scotland. Only 5 matches. Any other matches that might happen? They're starting to tease Logan Paul and LA Knight. Well, I think it's a bit too soon. Maybe that'll be Money in the Bank or SummerSlam.
It would be quite rushed. I mean, I know like LA Knight called him out last night, and I'm fairly certain Logan Paul responded on Twitter or something telling him to go back to the mid card, even though Logan Paul has the US title, which is the mid card belt. But never mind. But so if they do it at Clash of the Castle, it's obviously come a bit too soon. I guess they could do it like, the SmackDown will be in Scotland or whatever, I guess, next week. So unless it's recorded beforehand, I don't know. So it could happen. I don't really know who would win that one. Actually, I can't see if it is next week. I can't see Logan losing it there because surely there's more point in him losing it at SummerSlam when it's like in his home state and whatever. But
yeah, I agree. I think it'll be at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. That match.
But yeah, anyway.
No defense for Liv Morgan. Bit disappointing, but she's only just won it, hasn't she? Well, not.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't really been able to enter into a feud yet because she last week was that steel cage with Becky, and then she's obviously involved with the Judgment Day right now, but there isn't really anyone clear to challenge her. Really, I mean, I hope there is some challenges before Rhea Ripley comes back, but obviously. We'll see how that goes. But I mean, I'm enjoying it at the moment.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, thank you for joining me, Callum. We hope you all enjoy Clash at the Castle. I certainly will. All of us UK fans will enjoy watching that up in Glasgow next weekend. So I'll be back with Callum probably in about 2-3 weeks' time with our predictions for Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank, I believe, is like the first weekend of July, or 7th of July. So they're coming thick and fast. These pay-per-views every 3 weeks. So I'll be back with Callum very soon for our Money in the Bank prediction video where they're going back to America. So enjoy these early starts because we'll be back to midnight soon, Callum. But never mind. So thank you all for joining us, guys. Thank you for joining me, Callum.
It's always a pleasure. A pleasure as always.
And yes, we hope you all enjoy Clash at the Castle.